What's up, everybody? Welcome to Real Talk, coming to you live from Tyler Armstrong's office. You may be wondering, what is Real Talk? Honestly, we don't know what Real Talk is.
We don't know.
And so we just kind of wanted to create an avenue just for you just to kind of look into our offices, see what just be a part of our conversations, what we do, what we talk about over lunch, what we're talking about while we're working on student ministry things, and just get to know us a little bit better. It's going to be kind of like a weekly show that we do. We're just going to talk about just different things and just make it real talk. Some weeks are going to be serious. Some weeks aren't. And so, like today, it's not going to be serious at all. And so, well, we're going to start every episode off simply like this. Luke, who's got your ear right now? Like, what have you been listening to? Now, hold on, I want to clarify this so that this is the first episode. Mm-hmm. When I say we're going to have two starting questions, who's got your ear and what's got your eye? Who are you listening to? Is it a podcast, music? Who are you listening to? And then what's got your eye? What are you watching? What are you reading? Those things. So
I'll be completely honest. I forgot we were asking these questions and had zero thought ahead of time. So I'm rolling with the answer right now. I went back the other day and rewatched a movie called The Secret Life of Walter Mitty with Ben Stiller.
Oh, dude, yeah.
That movie has the most underrated soundtrack of all time.
Is that the movie about Disney? No,
Walter Mitty's the dude that daydreams and works at like Life magazine.
Hold on. What's the movie that's about Walt Disney?
Saving Mr. Banks.
That's it. Okay, thank you.
What's his face?
Yes. Okay. Sorry. So Secret Life of Walter Mitty. Okay, got you.
Yes.
I thought that we were in the car on the way before. I was like, dude, this is a Disney movie soundtrack.
No.
Not even close.
Secret Life of Walter Mitty. Ben Stiller plays Walter Mitty. He daydreams and ends up going on this like really cool adventure. And the whole playlist is like formulated around that.
It sounds like my life.
It makes you feel bad about how boring of a life you have, and wish that you had like the stereotypical like I live in a van and drive around the country type of lifestyle.
Yeah, got you.
So just that whole soundtrack from that movie.
Just really good.
Mm-hmm.
All right, sweet.
It's fantastic.
Olivia, who's got your ear?
I really like the podcast Cultish. I talk about it all the time.
Cultish?
But I really like, but also like Crime Junkie. Like,
Crime Junkie's
I'm all
good.
about some like Criminal Minds, NCIS.
That true crime stuff?
Yes, I love true crime. I mean, that's why I'm a court reporter. Mm-hmm. But I just
really why
love
you went to court reporting?
She would love to work for the FBI.
I would love to work for the FBI.
Is that really why you went to court reporting?
That and I'm not smart enough to be a lawyer. So.
Well, I mean, I'm not going to like insult your intelligence, but like, you could have been a lawyer.
My ACT score does not support that.
Your life is more than an ACT score. Okay?
See, but
Tell
college don't believe that.
Believe in me, people. It's more than an ACT score. But for real, I didn't know that's why you went to court reporting. Yeah. That's interesting. Okay.
I like true crime, but I mean.
It's pretty dope because you're gonna be in the courtroom. So okay. So she said that her too. The podcast Cultish, which is we like that podcast a lot around here. This podcast dives into like different cults, different things like that.
From a Christian perspective.
Yeah, from a Christian perspective, it's like too. It's pastors that are on it, and then Crime Junkies, which that's kind of like my guilty pleasure. I love Crime Junkies.
It's just like one main girl, and she has like a hype girl that's on there with her that's supposed to be like a co-host.
Yeah.
But I like tried writing it one day for homework, and like all she said was yeah, like, I agree with that, like, yeah. And I was like...
And she asks questions every now and then. She's like, so, like, this is what she means? Her name's Britt. It's Ashley Flowers and Britt. I don't know Britt's last name.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Anyway, so...
She only says yeah, so I don't...
She says yeah, that's it. So, for me, who has my ear, I've been on a Hosier kick lately.
Mm-hmm. That's all he plays in the office.
And so, I kind of feel bad for Luke and Olivia because I got to listen to my music. And so, Hosier is he's just... What would you classify him? Kind of indie?
I would say indie.
Yeah, kind of indie type music artist. A lot of you know this about me. My favorite artist, Vance Joy. It's Hosier Radio on Spotify. He's on there. It's Vance Joy, Camp, the band Camino. Like a lot of my favorite bands. When I saw that, I was like, all right, yeah, let's just dive into it. And so I've been listening to a lot.
Non-stop.
And this is a problem. Like Hosier has this one song that I just cannot stand. Take Me to Church. Yeah. And that's like his most popular song.
I like that song.
Oh, it's a horrible song.
It's not about what you think.
It's not about going to church.
It's horrible. I would never say I like that song because I hate it.
It's not about church.
But his other stuff is really good. So I've been really just enjoying that and just kind of diving into it and things like that. So that's what's got my ear. What about you? So like, what's got your eye lately? Is it Secret Life of Walter Mitty again?
Secret Life of Walter Mitty, but like for the sake of not repeating myself, I would say Tenet.
Tenet, okay.
So,
did you watch it again?
I watched it twice in the same like time span that I had the movie on my hands.
Okay.
Redbox, so 48 hours.
Yes. So.
Oh, it was on Redbox?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know it was on Redbox.
Yeah, where did you watch it?
I haven't watched it yet.
Okay, never mind then. to avoid spoilers for Tyler, it's a very good movie. And it confuses the crap out of you. You have no idea what's going on. Even after watching it 2 times, I have no idea how to explain it other than time travel.
Yeah.
Interstellar's better.
I mean, yeah. It has a better soundtrack. But like Tenet,
I care less about
I just want to understand Christopher Nolan's mind.
Yeah, dude, 100%.
Because the dude has some of the best movies of all time.
In the words of Trey Stone, that's for him to work. That's for him to know and you to worry about.
Yes.
Yeah, dude.
Yes.
I want to dive into that dude's brain.
Tenet, so good.
Yeah, one day.
Fantastic.
One day, I think when we get to heaven, like we're just gonna see there's like a case. It's like an exhibit. Christopher Nolan's brain right there.
Yes.
And we can dive into it. Just so we can like see how that dude thought. Like how insane would that be?
I don't know.
That's totally not biblical, but that's
like Robert Pattinson is one of the main characters on the movie, and he went months at a time while filming, not knowing what the heck he was doing. Like he would ask Christopher Nolan, and Christopher Nolan said,
"Is Christopher Nolan the one? If I'm not mistaken, I think he's the one that doesn't let them sit down on set."
I don't know.
I think that
I'm sitting. Sorry.
Christopher Nolan's an odd.
He's
character.
an odd dude. He's an odd guy. If I'm not mistaken, I think you can maybe quote me on this. I think that he doesn't let his actors sit down on set.
I mean,
because like he's like if you're on set, you're working.
Yeah.
And like they'll stand for like 8 to 16 hours at that time.
That's crazy.
And so Olivia's my fact checker over here is over here Googling it, and I'm about to ask her a question. And so Olivia, what's got your?
There are no chairs on the set of Nolan movies because Nolan does not allow sitting.
Yeah.
There you go.
I told you, dude. I'm telling
crazy.
you, like I'm a big Christopher Nolan fan, so he's my favorite director. And so man, pretty crazy.
Tenet. Go watch it.
I'm about to go stop by Redbox on the way and get it. Okay, Olivia.
I'm rewatching NCIS. So I picked it up because they took Gossip Girl off of Netflix, so I had to watch something while I get ready.
She also got HBO Max to continue watching Gossip Girl.
I paid $15 a month for that, and it's worth it. Every penny.
So hold up, let me. Okay.
It also got me the Wonder Woman 1984.
So
what
what I'm saying is, when March comes, we're using her HBO Max to watch Zack Snyder's.
No, you're not. I pay for the HBO Max.
We are using your.
I was going to get a free trial, not anymore.
Nope.
And so,
we're going to piggyback for the month of March.
All they do is use me.
No. YouTube, don't like zuck us, please. Before saying that, we are not doing that.
No.
But no, so
flips out of context.
I'm gonna give you a hot take once again, and Gossip Girl's garbage.
No, it's not. You're a dude. It's not garbage.
Yeah.
I mean, I enjoyed it. I'm sorry. Sorry.
It's just.
He's not a paid actress, I promise.
No,
it's not.
It was. I genuinely enjoyed it.
It's kind
I also liked Pretty Little Liars.
Oh, okay, no, dude,
Grey's Anatomy, but Grey's Anatomy is like genuine, great, fantastic.
That's a
TV.
classic. That's gonna be a classic TV show.
Pretty Little Liars was also great. I love Pretty Little
You were
Liars.
so wrong on that, but it's okay.
Nah,
Pretty Little Liars was horrible, but. Yeah, so NCIS, I've never could get into it either, but I think it's a great show. A lot of people like it. I know, I think I would like it, but I've just never got into it.
I like the scientist girl, Abby. She's fun.
Yeah, everybody likes her. Is she the?
Yeah. She's not on there anymore.
Is she like the gothic emo? Mm-hmm. Okay, cool. Just make
she's the one that runs the lab. I don't know. She's
sweet.
good.
It's kind of she's kind of like what's her name off of Criminal Minds, Garcia.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay,
that's
sweet.
Like
kind of
switch the role.
Yeah. Kind of the same role. Gotcha. All right, so what's got my eye? Y'all, I mean, I just came off of the Marvel Cinematic Universe kick that me and my wife went on, and so I'm gonna dive into this in WandaVision. I had been on. I mean, like, man, I had dove so deep into the show. Like, I'm so excited about like kind of the premise of it. Mm-hmm. If you're a big Marvel fan, like I know me and Luke are, I know Olivia could care less, but you know, we could die. I mean. There's so many theories about the show, right? Like, we have no idea where this is going.
It's gonna be great,
and I'm excited. Like,
how do you know it's gonna be great if you don't know where it's going?
Because
we trust Marvel. I mean,
it's Marvel.
I mean, outside of Thor: Dark World,
and Incredible Hulk.
I mean, that's so, dude. Incredible Hulk.
It's so bad.
I mean, there's only one guy that actually made it from that movie, and it's the Secretary of State that's in Age of Ultron. Name one bad Marvel movie that Marvel Studios made.
Most of them.
No.
Olivia, I do not trust your opinion on
there's
most anything.
There's a reason why Endgame is #1 at the box office and beat 10-year standing champion Avatar.
And Avatar 2 has been in production for how long? 11 years now?
Like crazy.
12 years.
Blue people scare me.
James Cameron is like he's just holding on to that movie, man.
Like, there's a reason why.
And so
because they're superior.
Yeah, I mean, but I'm excited about WandaVision. I love the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I've been just diving into it. I've watched all of them. During Christmas break, me and my wife just dove into them just head first, and so we've been really enjoying that. And she hasn't started WandaVision yet, and so I started it because.
How many episodes in are you?
There's like 2 episodes. I mean, right, and they're only, and it's like sitcom length. It's only like 30 minutes.
Oh.
And so like you're sitting there watching it, and so I watched the first 2 episodes because I was like, is this going to be worth it? Because it's such an interesting concept. And so I think she's going to start watching it soon.
Well,
so
if you like pay attention during the first 2 episodes, it's like each episode is going to be a different decade style of TV. Like the first episode was like 50s,
and the next one
second
60s,
was 60s,
the next one 70s.
The second episode ended with like
color TV
coming into the picture, so it'll be like 70s style show.
Yeah,
and it'll keep progressing.
And it's just gonna keep progressing. I'm stoked.
Have you ever seen the show This Is Us? On the
NBC? So I tried to watch it.
Okay, well I'm gonna dumb myself down here for a second. I used to think that they found like 3 separate families for like the same circumstances, and they weren't like flashbacks. Like it took me like 2 seasons to figure it out that it was just flashbacks and not the same family. I had to go back and rewatch it. I was so confused.
I've never seen This Is Us.
I've never seen This Is Us, and so if you've watched it, you know exactly what she's talking about. We have no idea what you're talking about.
I'm clueless.
Yeah, well, it's like...
But it ties to WandaVision in the sense that you're saying... Like,
that it's like different decades. Like they did like a flashback, but I thought it was like a family in the same circumstances from like 3 different stages, and it was flashbacks from the same family.
Okay, I'm tracking with you.
Sort of similar, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I'm just trying to relate here.
I understand.
They just talk around me all day. It's just like me working, they talk around me.
So that she's not lying. So last night, how y'all feel like last night went?
I thought it went really good. I'm glad that Wednesday nights are back.
Yes.
Sorts as normal as they can be.
Yeah.
Like pre-COVID, we still got the social distance and the mask, but we had like 27 people here last night.
Yeah, which is I mean, obviously our numbers are gonna hurt because people are being safe and being cautious in the season.
Because we're still live streaming and making that accessible for them.
Follow us on our Twitch channel. Shameless plug.
Or we can find us 999 other friends so we can stream.
And so we got some ideas.
Subscribe to our YouTube channel, our Twitch channel. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, all of the words.
Yeah.
Links in the description.
And so I really enjoyed last night. Like it was like our first. Last week we had Glow Party, obviously, but last night was kind of like our first like Wednesday back.
It felt like normal.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. It felt like a normal Wednesday. Obviously social distance, mask, all those things.
Like before service started, we did the Poorly Explained movie game, and Baylor was working the sound booth with me, and he looked over at me and said, "Are we doing games again?" I said, "Yeah, man, we're bringing them back." He said, "Awesome."
That's awesome.
So I feel like just everyone has like the same longing for Wednesday nights to be back and better than ever.
I can get
and that's what we're doing.
Yeah, and like they have this thing, like if we do this one thing, like we're back to normal. Like even if we have to wear a mask and social distance, like being able to have a Glow Party, like we're back to normal. Let's just truck through this.
Which is sort of like our whole goal for this year is like the whole Reconnect, Rebuild, Run Wild thing is we want to do ministry the way that we were doing it before, but take it further.
Yeah.
And for a lot of our people, I feel like Wednesday night is a crucial part of that. Like, you get into that routine of going to church on Wednesdays, but it's so much more than that. Like, that's the fundamental part of where the ministry starts for students is that community aspect.
For sure.
Being around each other. And I feel like last night was a great start to that.
Yeah, and I think this new series, felt really encouraged by starting the new series. We're doing it's called #Blessed for those of you who don't know. It's just going through the Beatitudes. And so last night we started with the first Beatitude, blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. And just talked about how we need to come before the Lord humbly broken, that we don't have it all together.
Right.
And those who don't have it all together are blessed because theirs is the kingdom of heaven. And so, in this season, it was just a really timely message. I felt very encouraged by it. I was most encouraged, last night was kind of like our first student impact meeting in person since the pandemic.
Right.
We finally got everybody back together. I was really encouraged, hear the students, speak into their ministry, our leaders speak into our ministry, and so, man, I'm encouraged by that. Like
one of them, like we were talking about, like D-Now and camp possibilities and stuff like that, and they were like, "Oh, well, we want to go to a camp of some sort, do something so that we can reconnect with everybody and like grow spiritually. Like they're not out there to like go on a fun trip or go kayaking. Like they genuinely want to have genuine relationships with each other and like
I thought that was
help
really
each
cool.
other grow.
Yeah, I thought that was really cool. I mean, one of the words I heard was that it'd be more intimate if we do like a lot of things, and so
like they want to get out of town to get away from the distraction and like reconnect with each other.
I think it's awesome, and so and obviously we're working through the details of what that looks like, the safety and all those things. We're working through those things, but I was very encouraged last night. I walked out of the building just feeling like this sense of like yes, okay, like that felt good, that felt great, and so. Outside of that, doorball championships, doorball's back, and so
I think it's the lunch incentive.
It always has been, but I mean, like
it is for me.
So I mean, real talk. I mean, so when doorball, and if you've never seen doorball, dude, what we need to do?
What's that?
We need to create a doorball instructional video.
Yeah.
Like and put it on the YouTube channel. Throw it out there. That way we can show other student ministries this game because
that could be very cool.
I 100%, and I will attest to this. That game, discovering that game, was a turning point in our ministry here.
Yeah.
Ben Graham, if you ever find this video,
dude, no, we're gonna have to tell.
You.
Yeah, we're gonna have to tell Ben Graham and let him know. Like, be like, hey, listen, man. And it's kind of funny because you and Trey were playing it one day, just kind of by yourselves. Back when there was only 2 dudes in our student ministry.
That was throwback. Man.
And so, like, I walk up, y'all like sophomores in high school. Yeah. At that point, and I walk in, I was like, what are y'all playing? Like, it's called Dortball, and show me how to play. And I was like, why don't we play this all the time? Well, it gets kind of wild, and it's banned. And I said, who banned it? Well, it was banned. I said, it's not banned anymore. We're playing this. And so then, Tyler Elliott, a.k.a. Nighthawk, the Beast.
He was the champion
We came up with a line down the middle. Mm-hmm. And then it was like building our ministry. We had like 30, 40 people around this table, just playing this game. And then it died.
Absolutely.
It just died. And this is the reason it died. Because the Nintendo 64 and the Wii came into play.
Yeah,
that's what it
was. They just started playing Super Smash Bros.
Everybody just started playing Super Smash Bros. Which was a great another tool for us.
Mm-hmm.
But they took over that gaming corner. But then with this new pack of middle scores that came up last year, we were like, hey, we need to reintroduce Dorkball. And when we did, it took off again. Oh, yeah. And now we have like this Dorkball tournament. And when I say dork, I want y'all to realize it's DORK ball. It's just like horse on a pool table. It's a lot of fun. There's a lot of different rules.
It's like playing cow in basketball.
And we have like a rule book, everything. I mean, like we get this series, and there's a dork ball series that at the end of the month, if whoever the winner is, whoever has the most points, first, second, third place get points at the end of the game. They get a dinner or a lunch on us, and so I mean it's a lot of fun. And
it's absolutely 100% brought like the students in the ministry closer together.
Oh, dude, my favorite. Okay, so I'll give you an example.
Like you have seniors in high school playing with 6th graders.
Yeah, dude,
and they're having just as much fun as
it's pure community building.
It's awesome.
With Doorball, I'm constantly having to say, social distance, guys, hey, spread out with masks, things like that. And there are some things that we look at this. But when I look at this game, like last week, it was Glow Party. We had 2 guests. I'm just thinking of 2 guys in particular. Mm-hmm. They were all in the thick of Dortball.
Yeah.
Because you can watch a game being played, and then you can
hop in, and they were in the thick of it. Mm-hmm. That's how. And I'm sitting there going, name another thing in our ministry outside of like kickball or anything like that is that friendly to outsiders.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And girls play it, guys play it. I think like Lauren Taylor's like our most improved player.
Yes.
She's a beast now. When she first started back in like 7th grade, God bless Lauren. But now like she's like dominating as a senior. And so I had to get her like a Dundee. Get her a Dundee. That's the most improved doorball player.
Yeah.
And so, but no, man. I look back at that and I go, man, that game is just so important to our ministry. And it's kind of funny that a game is that important.
Yeah.
But it really is because it does build community. Mm-hmm. I think of like, I'll give you an example, like Brady Tennyson and Scott Wall.
Oh my gosh.
They are like battling like crazy. Like Brady is like completely taking his brother's spot. It's like,
Sorry, Baylor.
And Baylor's hopping back in, Baylor's helping us back here, run sound, set up, do those things. He's helping us back. But I just look at Brady and I laugh because Brady's in 8th grade. Mm-hmm.
9th grade.
9th grade. He's in 9th grade. Brady's in 9th grade now. Yeah, Brady's in 9th grade now, right?
The whole fall semester.
Yeah. The whole fall semester. He's in 9th grade now. That's crazy. Grade. So he's in 9th grade now. Brady's in 9th grade. And then you got Scott, who's a senior.
Who's his drum major.
And then they're in the band together. They have that relationship and those things. But this is like brought them together closer in all of those things, you know, and like bringing them together and making that relationship so much deeper because they have that. I mean, like Scott was like waiting on Brady to get here last night.
Yeah.
That cracks me up. Like, I love that. And so.
And the games only count until 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
And Brady and Scott were like, we're not playing until 5 o'clock, so our games will count.
Yeah.
They like can't wear out themselves playing dodgeball.
And so I love it. I think it's just a great look. I think it's a great tool. And you know, when you see like Rebecca over there, when you see Lauren over there, Riley, you know, and all the like, it's just such a really neat tool to use. And that's the thing about student ministry, man. You've got to find these tools that can be used to build community. It was Ultimate Frisbee a couple years back, you know, and then it was disc golf for our guys for a couple years, and now Dortball's that thing. And so she's over shaking her head.
I can't stand disc golf.
We have fun.
Can't stand
we have a good time. And so, all right, so let's get a little bit personal with this, okay?
Real talk.
Real talk. Let's get personal. Luke.
Yes.
What's your most embarrassing moment?
Ever? Or like...
Let's go ever.
Oh, gosh.
Let's go ever. Because
I'm not going to do the cliche head injury thing.
Thank you.
That's literally where my brain thought you would go.
That's the go-to like every other time, and I'm tired of using that.
He does have a wicked awesome scar, though.
I do.
I was so thankful that like when like Misty, like when you started getting your hair cut and like showing the scar.
Yeah.
I was so thankful for that. I was like, dude, that just looks so freaking awesome.
Yeah. I tried to cover it up for
years.
A long time.
And then Misty and Jason were like, you know what? Let's let them see it. Let's let the world see it. And it's just it is the sickest scar.
Yeah, it's
I
crazy.
love it. And so,
but most embarrassing moment ever would probably be the day that my parents came home from the hospital with my sister.
Okay.
Me and Bo were
How old were you?
Okay, so she was born, I was 9 years old.
Gotcha, okay.
So me and Bo were in the backyard playing tag. Okay, again, 9 years old. Okay. We were in the backyard playing tag while the family was inside Googling over the little baby girl, precious angel, favorite child. Already been kicked outside. No, I'm just kidding. But we're playing tag, and we had this like swing set in the backyard, and Bo was it. So he was chasing me, and to get away from him, I climbed up the swing set and started to go down the slide. It was like a curly slide and spiraled down, and I launched myself
like a
so
playground
hard
in the backyard.
I flipped over the side of the slide and face planted into the ground. Like ate the dirt. They were digging grass out of my nose for like hours after the fact. I literally like broke my nose the day my parents came home from the hospital. Had to be rushed to the ER. Dad took me because mom was home with the baby, and it was like the whole thing of like, well, he was just jealous, trying to get attention, blah blah blah, that happened like after the fact.
That's
just
horrible.
the funny ridicule that came afterwards was embarrassing.
That's horrible.
Yeah.
No, were you living at your current house?
No,
Okay,
we were still at the old house.
Got you. Okay, because one of my favorite stories at your current house was Zach Thomas chasing Trent Atkins.
Yes.
And Trent falling over the side of the
over the retaining wall.
Yeah, he fell over the
No,
retaining
that
wall.
thing's like 4 foot. Like
no, I'm sorry, 4 foot.
It's 7
It's
foot.
like 7-8 foot, and he fell like completely off of it, like backwards.
Trent, are you okay?
Yeah, he's completely fine. But man,
It was funny.
It was just such a funny way because like Trent was just standing there and then he wasn't. Like, we were all playing basketball. And wham! Trent's gone, and he just disappeared.
I'm sorry, but straight into that happened.
And so, guys, it was pretty crazy.
But
all right,
that's mine.
go ahead.
You're gonna have to go. I don't know.
You don't know.
Now that I've been given like the realm of my entire life.
You can go high school. I mean, you
No, you go first.
No, mine's the best.
No, you go.
I'm not going.
Oh my gosh.
Just do whatever you were gonna do for
Okay.
Yeah.
Y'all always change up your plans, and I don't like changing plans.
I love changing plans.
Anywho, but when I was in high school, I always played ball growing up. Like as soon as I could walk, my dad was like, "She's playing ball."
Yeah.
So I was playing softball, and it was like the last weekend because I played basketball in high school. And Coach Nels was like, "It's the last weekend to play travel ball. Get it out of your system. After this weekend is basketball season." We were like, "Okay," because you had optional practice, but no, practice in high school is optional. Always go. And so it was like the last weekend ever that we could play softball for the season. And I was running after a foul ball. It was like the semifinals of this tournament that we were playing in. And I was running after the foul ball, and the softball was pink because we were playing in October, so it was like a breast cancer awareness tournament, which threw me off because, I'm legally blind, so I can't see anything. So I'm always looking for a yellow ball, not a pink one. So I'm running trying to catch this foul ball, and no one yelled fence. Not a soul in that complex
Full
yelled
sprint.
fence. Full sprint. I mean, I'm running full sprint. Run straight into the fence, and I like broke my hand or like the growth plate in my thumb. It was awful. Had bruised 2 ribs.
Did you like fall backwards?
No, okay, so I was playing right field for some reason. I usually played left field, but anywho, I was playing right field, and the tarp that they like put out on the field was on that fence, like rolled up.
Oh, so did you run into the tarp?
No, I ran into the fence, but I folded myself in between the tarp and the fence.
Oh, that's hilarious.
And so I had like 2 bruised ribs on this side, a broken hand on this side. It was Coach Nels was not happy.
Really funny. Speaking of tarps, it was kind of it was interesting serving in a previous church. I went to school with a lot of the kids that were in my student ministry. Like I was a senior when they were when they were freshmen or
Such a weird dynamic.
Yeah, it's just a really interesting dynamic, but it was also kind of funny.
Yeah.
One of my students was a freshman baseball player, and we were rolling the tarp up, like getting it ready to get.
Did you roll him inside the tarp?
So he was pushing the tarp.
Oh no.
And I was a senior. He was a freshman. And he was also I discipled him like one of my favorite kids of all time, Landon Robertson. I love him to death. And I'm sitting there, and he's pushing the tarp, and I just barely pushed him up, like got it right underneath his butt, and like pushed him up, and the tarp momentum carried him, and it rolled him into the tarp.
That's awesome.
No.
And it rolled over him.
Like it's gonna like keep rolling.
And then we were like,
cylinder.
stop the tarp! Like,
Awesome.
And so you said the tarp. I was like, oh, dude, that was such a bully, man. That was such a bully. And so
No, that was not a fun time.
no, that was not a good time. And so but you were like folded in between the tarp.
I was like folded, and like the team that we were playing next, because I mean we were winning this like softball game or whatever. So like the team we were playing next was like them and their
right
mamas
there,
and daddies were like lined up the side of the fences, and they were like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "No, my spirit is not okay. My ego is way down."
Okay.
Because I was gonna catch it, and then
You didn't.
I didn't catch the ball.
You didn't catch the ball.
No.
Oh, that's
There was a
even worse.
fence.
No, there was a fence. It went like the ball went outside of the park. Like it went outside of like the playing field.
Oh, and nobody yelled fence.
No one yelled fence. That's why I was like,
okay.
Like I wasn't just like catching the ball and was like, oh, I'm gonna keep running. Like I was running after the ball and it went out of play.
See, okay, so I played outfield.
Yes.
How old were you when this happened?
How old was I? I was
Yeah.
a sophomore, so.
Oh, so you're
16.
Wait, no, I was a freshman.
So
I
you were
was
like 14,
15.
Mm-hmm.
I was probably 14 because I'm better.
Yeah, I mean, like, and this is one of the hardest skills to learn in baseball. Like, I'm sure Alex Brewer can relate to this because, like, baseball player. Is there anybody else plays baseball in our ministry? I think just Alex.
McFarland.
Yeah, Jacob McFarland.
Doesn't he pitch though? No, he's the catcher.
No, he's catcher.
He's the catcher.
And so now Jacob Jacob knows this, and now Jacob, man, like, I mean, I look at that dude and I'm like,
And
man,
Langston.
just what a beast. Langston plays ball too.
Langston
He
Stevens.
pitches.
Yeah, Langston's a beast, and
Yeah.
so
One of our kids
We have,
pitch.
we have 3 really good baseball players in our student ministry, and so it just not hit me. But these guys can relate to this. Like one of the hardest skills to learn is when you're running for a foul ball. And Olivia, it's too late for this now.
Hold your arm out.
No, that slows you down. What you got to do is you got to run and then look down, look down. And like you got to train you got to do both and see where the fence is and where the ball is.
No.
And that is so difficult to
My
do.
eyes take too long to adjust to something if I'm. No.
Dude, there's this weird thing that happens when
Legally
you're going for a fly
blind
ball
paper.
and you're running, and if you're not running in like the right pace, the ball in the air, and these 3 baseball players can totally relate to this, starts bouncing.
Mm-hmm.
Like the ball is bouncing in the air because you're bouncing, and now the ball's not. I mean, the ball's not like defying the laws of physics. Going, it just looks like it, and you cannot track it.
Yeah.
The only way you can fix it is running on your toes and just like trying to like run in a smoother pace. But if you're like just clinking, oh my gosh, it kills you.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jacob McFarland would never experience that because all he's got to do is just like when a foul ball goes up, he just rips the edge off and just spins around and catches it. All right, and so now if you're out in the field though, woo, it's crazy. Which I will say, catching a fly ball from catcher, that is one of the hardest things to do.
Yeah, you get disoriented.
Yeah,
like
you gotta throw your
mask.
mask off and then turn your back to the field.
I would not like that.
Because if you try to catch it like this, well, the ball, I mean, the field of play is this way, so you're running towards the field of play. That never works because if you think about an outfielders, you're running away from the field of play.
Facing the ball,
Yeah, it just doesn't work. And so, yeah, catching.
Have you ever gotten hit in the head when warming up?
Oh yeah, 100%.
I got hit in the head one time, and like we were warming up like the outfield,
Yeah.
and they were hitting pop flies, and no one yelled ball. It was the same team too. I don't guess they liked me. I don't know because they're trying to like get me out. I don't really know, but no one yelled ball, and it hit me in the head.
I've been hit in the head so many times by baseball. All right, so my embarrassing story. I told y'all this story the other day, and like y'all were like cackling, laughing. So, I don't. Not many people know this, and I'm about to reveal something about me. I'm lactose intolerant. Okay.
Why he still eats cereal and drinks
cheese,
milk, I don't know.
And cheese and all those
And all
things.
the things.
Pizza, spaghetti.
I love cheese. I love anything milk. I love milk products. So I just go through it. but it destroys my stomach. Okay, destroys it.
What do you do about coffee? Is that why you drink it black?
The reason I drink black coffee is because I've never figured out the perfect ratio of sugar to cream.
Oh.
I've never because every time I try to do it, I can never make the coffee taste the same, and that frustrates me. Not that the OCD of it. It just I don't know the perfect ratio. Okay. Does that make sense?
Right.
Yeah. I just didn't know if it was.
And so I just acquired a taste for black coffee.
Okay.
And in my opinion, black coffee is the way coffee was meant to be drank. Like
I prefer my creamer with a little bit of coffee.
You didn't see like Hernando de Soto like come over here like, hey, I need cream and sugar. No, that dude just came over here and conquered the entire United States. And he had coffee running through his veins. And so anyway, so I think I ate cereal that morning. I was going to my friend's graduation at UAB. And I get to the UAB graduation. Towards the end of the graduation, like I just felt my stomach drop. Okay? Covered in chills. Okay? And it is absolutely horrible. Well, obviously, it's a graduation at the UAB. What's the name of their Coliseum? It's not Bartow Arena. Bartow Arena. Is that right?
The BJCC?
No, not the BJCC. No, it's Bartow Arena, if I'm not mistaken. So we're at Bartow Arena. She's going to fact check me. I think it's Bartow. Bartow. So I was like, man, there's no way. There's no way I can wait. So I'm in downtown Birmingham. I go and get some of my Camry, my 98 Camry. Right. That I got pulled over for so many suspected crimes in the city of Gadsden. I have a tag that says 40. No, you can't. Maybe you can. It says 44 pounds because that was just a random tag they gave me that year, and everybody thought I was a drug dealer. I'm not kidding. Like I can't tell you how many times I got pulled over. So I'm on my way back. Well, the chills and the stomach pain went away. So I was like, okay, I can make it home. I'm gonna be fine. No. Yo, I'm on the interstate coming north, and I get to right before you get to the second Springville exit. Now, when I say second Springville exit, when you're coming back from Birmingham, it's the first Springville exit, otherwise known as the Brant Haney exit. All right, that's where you get off.
Not the Walmart exit.
Yeah, not the Walmart exit.
Exit.
Where Brant Haney's dentist office is, Big Springs Dental right there. My eye doctor's right there, so I can go get my eyes checked and get my teeth fixed on the same day. And so right before, there's this one bridge that's like there's this one bridge that you got to go under. There's like I guess it connects one side of Odendale to the other. I don't know. And so anyway, so I'm on my way there. And that feeling hit me again. It was severe. Body's covered in chills. Stomach drops. And I said, oh no. I'm literally about to poop myself in my car.
It's like the TikTok that's like, oh no.
Yeah. Oh no. All right. And so, I mean, dead serious. I'm thinking, I do not have a change of clothes and I'm going to my girlfriend's house at the time. I'm going to Ryan's house. And I'm like, I've got to find a bathroom. And y'all.
We can't go home and change clothes.
No. I lived in Altoona. I mean, like, you know what I'm saying?
You're kind of like on the way.
No, not at all on the way. No. Like, I mean, like,
sort of.
I would have to the only two ways to Altoona is I'd have to pass Ryan's house, go to Altoona and explain to her, hey, this is why I changed clothes, or get off at the Asheville Indiana exit and go the back way covered in poop.
There was a car fire there the other day when we were going to Birmingham.
That was a guy that I know. And so, I know. Yeah,
he's okay.
Yeah, he's okay. He got everything out of his car.
Oh, good.
But,
it was
really sad
very
situation.
much still on fire.
Really sad situation. And so anyway, so I was like, I'm not doing this. And so I just punch it, all right? And I'm not going to tell you all the speed I was going because I never...
It was fast.
It was really fast. And so probably second fastest I've ever been in a car, okay?
Never speed.
And don't speed. Like, I don't care how bad you have to poop. Don't speed, all right? Because you can die, all right? It's not smart. And so I passed is that St. Clair County? I don't know. It was Noville. It was an Oakville police officer. It was an Oakville police officer, but
they don't play.
And he was parked on the other side of this bridge, and y'all, his lights go on, and he comes behind me, like he's coming out. Y'all, I didn't slow up. I did not slow up. And so I kept my speed, got off of the exit, turned left. I think I pulled out in front of vehicles, and I was just trying to make it to Jackson, Springville, man. Make it to Jax. Go to Jax. And so I go to Jack's and I roll the window down. It's the guy pulling it behind me. And I said, sir, I know I was speeding, but I've got to poop so bad. I'm about to poop myself. So
bad.
And so he let me, by the grace of God, or he gave me a verbal warning.
Wait, you didn't get a ticket?
No, I didn't get a ticket. He gave me a verbal warning and told me to slow down.
And let him go.
But he let me go into Jack's and use the bathroom. It was a glorious day But man, I've never been more embarrassed. Probably my second most embarrassing story was the time that I went to the mall to see Ryan after a run in downtown Gadsden, and I forgot to put my shorts back on. So I was changing clothes in the car because I was like, I worked at the YMCA, and I parked at Belk because I needed to go inside Belk to return something. And I parked at Belk, and I got all the way to the door of Belk
In your underwear.
I was in a t-shirt in my boxers. Before I saw my reflection and I was staring at my phone, I was like, wait a minute. I forgot something. And I don't know if anybody saw me, so they probably somebody's like, there's a guy, and I come arrest me for indecent exposure. But like, I mean, that's probably my second most embarrassing story. But yeah, the speeding poop story.
That's fantastic.
Incredible
Awful.
story, dude.
Hilarious.
Incredible
All
story.
of the above.
Well, y'all, thank you so much for tuning in to Real Talk. Be sure to tune in every week. We're going to try to release these on Thursdays, or whenever we can get to it, right? And so
Once a week.
Yeah, once a week. That's what we're going to promise.
Yep.
All right, we're just going to promise once a week. Maybe on Mondays, maybe on Tuesdays.
Weekly schedules are up in the air.
Yeah, we don't know. And so we'll get there. And so they're in school, and I got a broke foot. And so we're just going to go with that. So once again, thank you for joining us on Real Talk. We'll see you next week.